Welcome to Concept Go.
Where learning is fun.
Hey, do you want to know more about the major landforms of the Earth? Let's dive right in. The Earth, as you know, is made up of land and water. Almost 2/3 of the surface is covered with water, while 1/3 is land. The different landforms found on the Earth are mountains, hills, plateaus, and deserts. The land of the Earth is divided into 7 large masses called continents. They are Asia, Australia, Africa, Europe, North America, South America, and Antarctica. Do you know? Asia is the largest continent. Australia is the world's smallest continent. Antarctica is a continent which is mostly covered with ice. Asia is the most populated continent, while Antarctica is the least populated continent. Australia is also known as an island continent as it is surrounded by water on all sides. Interesting, isn't it? We will now know more about oceans and seas. Some continents are separated by large water bodies. The very large water bodies are called oceans. The 5 oceans are the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Arctic Ocean, and the Southern Ocean or Antarctic Ocean. The smaller water bodies are called seas. Some important seas are Mediterranean Sea, Black Sea, South China Sea, and the Arabian Sea. Now here is a quick recap of the 7 continents and the 5 oceans. The 7 continents are Asia, Australia, Africa, Europe, North America, South America, and Antarctica. And the 5 oceans are Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Southern Ocean or Antarctic Ocean. Moving on from the oceans and seas to the different landforms. The Earth has an uneven surface. In some places it is high, while in some places it is low. Let us look at some of the physical features that make up the Earth. They are known as landforms. We start our journey with mountains and hills. Mountains are the highest landforms on the Earth. The tip of the mountain is known as the peak or summit. Most mountains have steep sides or slopes with pointed peaks, but some mountains are rounded too. Some mountains are covered with snow throughout the year. A mountain range is a group or a chain of mountains that are close to each other. Mountains often have a narrow gap between them known as a mountain pass. The mountain passes help the people and animals to move across mountains. Hills are also high landforms, but they are not as high as mountains. They are covered with grass and have a pleasant climate. So they make great tourist spots, especially in the summer months. A number of hills joined together form a range of hills. Do you know the Himalayan mountain range is the highest mountain range in the world? And Mount Everest in Nepal is the highest peak in the world. Interesting, isn't it? From mountains, we will now go to the valleys. A valley is a low area between 2 mountains or hills. The Kashmir Valley is famous for its scenic beauty and attracts many tourists. Sometimes a river may flow through a valley. Now, what is a plateau? A plateau is a highland which is flat on the top. It is also called a tableland because it is raised and flat like a table. The Tibetan Plateau is the highest plateau in the world. The Deccan Plateau is in the southern part of India. Did you know a volcano is a mountain with a hole on the top through which rocks, ash, or lava that are trapped inside the earth are thrown out? Wow, that's interesting. Now, from the highlands, we will go down to the plains. Plains are large regions of flatlands. Plains are formed when hills and mountains break down because of wind and rain. They could also be formed due to deposition of flowing lava or rock debris like silt, clay, sand, and gravel brought by water, ice, or wind. This happens over a very long period, usually thousands of years. People like to live in the plains. The soil is fertile and good for growing crops. The great northern plains of India extend almost all over North India. The coastal plains extend along the coasts. Have you heard about an isthmus? An isthmus is a narrow strip of land that joins two large bodies of land. For example, the Isthmus of Panama that joins North and South American continents. Now let us talk about deserts. Deserts are large areas of land that receive little or no rainfall. Only a few plants or crops grow there. They are either too hot or too cold. There are two types of deserts, hot desert and cold deserts. Hot deserts are very hot and dry and are covered with sand. Strong winds blow the sand, leading to the formation of sand dunes. The Thar Desert in Western India is an example of a hot desert. Cold deserts, on the other hand, are covered with snow. The soil in cold deserts is always frozen, making it impossible for any vegetation to grow there. Antarctica is the largest cold desert in the world. Now, do you know what are islands? An island is a piece of land which is surrounded by water on all sides. A group or a cluster of islands close to one another form an archipelago. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands together is an example of an archipelago. A peninsula is a piece of land which has water on three sides. It is connected to a landmass on one side. India is a great example of a peninsula. Now that brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe.
Press the bell icon for our latest videos.